After many, many, many months, we finally have an update on the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. It's being developed by Paramount now and not Sony,
Kind of.
kind of. Um, it's being produced by them rather than Sony. Despite the move, many of the staff at Sony who were with the project are sticking with it, like Neil Martitz, Tim Miller, and Toby Asher, executive producing. Jeff Fowler is directing. This is his first film directing, with
Mhm.
Dimitri Johnson and Dan Jevons acting as co-producers. And it's still going to be a mix of live action and CGI,
Mm.
and as well as the pushed back release date of 2019.
Yes. So we still have to wait a bit until we get
We have
some
to wait a bit until we actually get anything, not even just a simple screenshot. Oh, someone that's you
tease.
know,
Yeah.
oh they only showed the teaser at Comic Con, so here's someone's phone footage
Yeah,
with a crappy portrait angle.
Yeah, as you do. It is weird because again, even to this day, it's still very secretive exactly what they're doing with Sonic as a film.
It's like what can you do with the film? Like I think we brought this up in the past only two videos we've done about this,
Mm.
because there's fuck all information, more information about this,
Yeah.
and it's the Sonic movie by that fan film, just
Oh
titled
yeah,
Sonic.
the guy who made the Mega Man movie. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll go to keep telling you, a lot of people will say, "Oh, that film's already pretty good." It's like, no, it isn't. It really isn't. I mean, it's good to have Joel White voicing Sonic, but the model I didn't like, the story I didn't like. It focused more on the fact that, hey, you remember this person from the internet? Well, guess what? He's an acting role.
Yeah, it was a bit of a at the last minute. That's the reason why there's so many internet celebrity cameos because they all came at the very last minute to be in it. So there you go. In fact, it was only Doug who actually turned up on set to do his bit.
Yeah, who originally was going to be Robotnik.
Well, there's a skit of him doing that whole business, but that's another thing.
Yeah, it's just the idea of, if anything, like even though Ratchet and Clank didn't do so well, that's how you should do certain video game movies.
Mm,
Like especially with the way the humans were portrayed in Unleashed.
yeah.
Like that's how I would like to see a Sonic movie. I don't. We've had Smurfs, okay? We had fucking Smurfs.
They did two Smurf movies and realized that was a bad idea.
Yeah. Other than the Chipmunks, how the fuck did they get a fourth one?
I don't know. It just happens. I mean, hell, there's five
Stop
Transformers.
giving these corporations money, you stupid people.
Uh,
But that's the one thing I still don't like about this film is the fact that it's going to be live action and CG.
I mean, the problem with that is the case of, well, how much of it is going to focus on the actual characters, as in, Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Eggman, or whatever, and how much of it is going to be on some side characters who are there on the set, but you probably have little to no interest in them.
Yeah, who's going to be dumped as the Shia LaBeouf of the entire movie?
Yeah, I'm good.
You're only here to people to relate to the human side, so like you're gonna be best friends. So essentially, you're gonna be Chris.
Yeah, essentially a live action Sonic X, which
Yeah, you're gonna be of the human relation characters. Like we don't. I doubt any executive producer is actually going to watch this fucking video, but they tell you something. Do not include a human character for us to relate to. We're here to see Sonic, the same way we went to the Transformers films to see the Transformers. Couldn't give two shits about a human character interacting with them, and don't give them most of the fucking screen time. It's called Sonic the Hedgehog. Focus on Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, and again, it's weird. I mean, even with this whole changing to Paramount, I mean, like I said, the crew of it. I mean, like I said, it's still going to be Sony and Sega's involvement. I guess Paramount's mainly the guys who are going to advertise the film, which is funny because again, if you compare them to all the other Sony movies they advertised, I mean, you kind of always know that this was going to be shit. Like you knew Smurfs was going to be shit. You knew what's another bad one? I think there's a Peter Rabbit movie coming out that doesn't look very good.
Oh god.
Yeah, exactly. So again, maybe Paramount, maybe they'll know how to market the film, although whether that makes a better movie, I don't know. But even that said,
like they marketed Godzilla, the '98 film. Look how well that turned out.
Yeah, that didn't turn out very well.
It got people in the seats, but at the same time, it's like, was it worth it? Was it worth it?
Yeah, is it really worth
I
seeing?
know my 10-year-old self will go, yeah, it was worth it. No, it wasn't.
No,
It wasn't past Daniel. It wasn't.
Yeah, trust me, Matthew Broderick will not save this movie. And like I said, I mean, it's still odd even at this point because, again, we still haven't got a clue what the hell it's even going to look like yet. I mean, we still haven't got a clue, you know, is it going to be one like it starts in their world and they enter our world type of thing? Or is it kind of, like you said, it's going to be Unleashed where it's a human world cohabiting with these creatures? And again, it's still all up in the air. In fact, the other thing that I got funny about this whole deal was, well, I think it was last year, there was a movie called Storks, which was released by Warner Brothers, but I think the majority of the animation stuff was done by Sony. So, like I said, I don't know. It's going to be down to the creative staff to say, you know, here are the decisions we want to do to make the movie. And it's down to, okay, you guys at Sony are going to animate a bit of it. You guys at Sega are going to do a bit of it. And Paramount are going to here to make the hype for it.
It's gonna suck. The movie's gonna fucking suck.
Well, if it does suck, can we just say, I've said this with Forces, you know, don't treat this as like the death nail of Sonic the Hedgehog, okay? You know, don't use this as an excuse.
Ding dong, the hedgehog's dead. No, he isn't. He's still making games, dipshit.
Yeah, in fact, I was actually talking to a lady. It was in Harrogate the other day, and they had like a display of some of the vehicles from the movies, well, replicas of them. And I did ask her, like, what do you think of the movies and whatever? And do you think they're a good, you know, just say as a lady, do you feel insulted by some of the choices they've done? And she said, no, not really. In fact, funny enough, she said one thing to me was the only thing I didn't like was the Megan Fox bit on movie 2. Not because she was, you know, Megan Fox thing. It was the case of she was spray painting on the bike and she wasn't wearing any protective gloves or mask. So I found that. So, so there you go.
Oh god.
Yeah. So there you go. But generally, she said to me, you know, comparing it to some of the other versions, like, I think people are smart enough. You know, there's a lot of different kids out there who go into all the different variations of Transformers. You know, there's the TV shows, video games, comics, and tie-in novels and stuff. They're all out there. I mean, obviously, the Transformer movies themselves are geared to 12-year-olds. I mean, horny teenagers most of the time. But again, it's like, you know, it's not to say that it completely ruins what Transformers is. You know, it's got a larger audience to come into this and go, well, what is Transformers? What is this thing? I remember it as a quiche thing in the 80s, but, you know, what are they trying to do with this whole deal? So, like I said, I mean, at the very worst, I would say that it would probably get some people off it, but I wouldn't count this as like, oh, this is going to kill Sonic the Hedgehog dead, in the same way like some people think Boom's going to kill any interest in Sonic again, because it's a spin-off. And yeah, at least we could say with that, we got a decent TV show out of it. So like I said, I mean, at best, like I said, I hope there's a good movie out of this. I don't know whether that's going to happen. I could be wrong, you know, and if I am, okay, but I'm not going to cry into my bed about this whole stuff. So, you know, all I ask is make an entertaining film. You know, that's all I ask.